There's a spiritual war, and it's being shown to us. And it can be seen by watching Avatar, Way of the Water. Oh, grand rising, everyone. It's good to see all the spiritual beings out there. Yeah, all the spiritual beings are here. And then there's the artificial world as well. And there's two worlds right now. There's the artificial world, and then there's the spiritual world. And in Avatar, Way of the Water, we're actually shown this spiritual war, a ton of spiritual warfare that's happening. A lot of people, they kind of close their eyes to it. If you want to open your eyes, if you want to be purple-pilled, we could analyze this movie. We're going to analyze this movie together today. It's good to see everyone. I'm just giving everyone a few minutes to get on the live stream. If you haven't done so already, please click the like button. It's going to help others find this message. I was up way past my bedtime last night. We saw a later movie. But this is actually a very important movie, a very important story for anyone that's on their spiritual awakening journey. When you see this movie, it's really going to open your eyes. So if you're a person, if you're new to our channel, if you're new to the spiritual awakening journey, I encourage you to check out this movie, Avatar. Even if you didn't watch the original one, you should take some time. I always saw it years ago. I saw the connections of what's happening. But this war that's in this movie, it's a full-blown war. You think the spiritual people, they were just sitting on their bum all unicorn and rainbowy, but they fought up. They fought for what was right. And in this movie today, we're going to be breaking it down. There are so many truths. There are so many things that they show you, and we're going to be breaking them all down. It's like, wow, this is literally happening in our world in the now moment. You look out there, you say, oh, this is what's really going on. If you wanted to have some, visuals of what's going on, metaphors of what's going on, literal things that are happening. We're going to be talking about a lot of these things today and what they show you in this Avatar movie. We're going to be talking about the tech AI versus the spiritual world, how the soul, the Holy Spirit, we have shared this on this channel for many years. I am not this body. I am the energy that operates the body. And we see this clearly when we watch the movie Avatar, and how you are the consciousness, you are the energy that operates that vessel, almost like an avatar. Nature Boy, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate you. The Fonz was trying to warn us about AI. Remember, he said AI. Thank you so much for that, Nate. I appreciate you. I appreciate you being here every day. This is what we're all going through. We're going through this revelation right now. It's all about things that are being revealed in the end days, and we're supposed to be living a more organic lifestyle. We're supposed to be connected to nature, right? We're supposed to be connected to all these things, right? We're supposed to be connected to nature. Are you connected to nature, or are you destroying it like the people in Avatar? They were destroying nature. They were killing all the people. It was really a slaughter of the Na'vi. When we reflect on the movie Avatar, we look at the Na'vi. It's actually showing us, what's happening to our people. There's a slaughter of our people that's happening right now. And we're going to have to defend our people. We're going to have to defend our children, just like they showed us in the movie Avatar. Yeah, we're getting back to nature. We're getting back to the jungle. It was kind of cool the way they were living. And they showed us very deep truths of what's going on, even if they were blue people and Aqualine people. They were there was all all different tribes, and it's really a microcosm of our everyday lives. So we gave everyone enough time to get on the live stream. If you haven't done so already, please click the like button. It helps others find this message. The more that you click the like button, it's really going to help us out. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel and click the bell next to subscribe. Select all. You'll get all the updates. Yeah, some people, some people are either sleeping a lot or not sleeping at all right now. The energy is quite harsh. And if you enjoy this, you'd like to join our Patreon. We host live Zoom meetings. We have uncensored content and videos. I'll be having new videos coming out to you on Patreon. If you would like to support the channel and this work, there's a link at the pinned comment. The Avatar, Way of the Water, which is the new one, but if you haven't even seen the original Avatar, you should check out the movie Avatar. And these movies teach us and they show us about the Holy Spirit. And you are the spirit, you are the soul that's actually operating the vessel, the avatar. And that's what it really is. We're not actually this physical vessel. And in this movie, it's showing us that there's hybrids. Are you a hybrid light? There's all different hybrids out there. There's all different types of people. And this movie is showing us what we're all going through at this time. So it is the soul is the energy. And the soul, the energy that operates the avatar, if you will. Many people came into this realm just like they went into Pandora. They're showing you the truth. This is a tremendous movie to really wake you up to this spiritual awakening journey. So just like in that movie, we're all coming in and we're operating these vehicles. This is my, do you like my vehicle, Light Warriors? This is my vehicle to navigate Earth Realm. Are you here to navigate Earth Realm? These are our vehicles. And just like in that movie, we are not the actual vehicle, but we're the consciousness that is going in there. And there were, say organic people, and then there was the humans were actually the bad the bad guys in this one, and they hijacked and came in. So just like in this world, how maybe demons or demonic entities can hijack human vessels, right? You think you're seeing a human, but it's actually a demon. In this movie, you thought you're seeing a Navi, but it was actually a human consciousness that was operating it. And that bad guy that came in, he was actually already dead, but they uploaded, they put his consciousness on a hard drive, and they uploaded his consciousness and his memories into that avatar, and then he went to fight the Navis. And they were all there to devastate the land. Almost like parasites. Isn't it interesting? It's almost like parasites. Are you clearing parasites from your body on a daily basis? Let me know in the chat. Are you detoxing your body? This movie Avatar shows us the tech AI versus the spirit. And that's what's happening right now. We have the artificial versus the spiritual war. This is spiritual warfare, and it's happening right now. And we saw it in the movie. They were downloading consciousness into the avatar. We had people that were hybrids of different species in Avatar, right? If you saw the movie, they were, saying, "Oh, you have 5 fingers," and they were able to judge by how many fingers they had to see if they were a hybrid or not. So we're supposed to connect with animals, and we're supposed to connect to the earth, right? So if you are familiar with the Avatar movies, they would take their beautiful hair, right? They put the hair, and they would actually make the connection. They could make the connection with the animals, or if you make the connection with the plants. Ivory Moon, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Wow, have to see this movie. Thank you, Commander, for sharing. Yeah, this is a very, very powerful purple pill message. Some people like to take the red pill, and then if you want to take another step, you could take the purple pill, right? So James Cameron, again, we can't judge anyone. Some people might be, even if they're famous, they might be trying to wake us up to a deeper truth. So James Cameron might be trying to purple pill us all. This is a spiritual war that's happening, and we're seeing a spiritual war in this movie, Avatar. And if you're learning something new, if you're new to the channel, we take everyday life things like a movie and we could apply it to what's happening in the world right now. Please take the time to click the like button. It's really going to be helpful so that others can find this as well. So we're able to connect, think about it yourself, we're able to connect with animals, we're able to connect to the earth. If you're really low on energy, take a day, sit under a massive tree, see how you feel, read a book under the tree. If you're by the beach, lay in the sand. You know, years ago on my journey, I would, sit in one of those little beach chairs. I just lay right on the sand right now. I fall asleep. There was a scene in the movie. There was a girl. She was laying in the grass and she was sleeping, and you could see these pulses coming down into her, and it would make ripples in the grass. So in the movie, and I've experienced this, maybe you have fallen asleep in nature before. Have you fallen asleep? We've done full videos on this, full videos on our everyday lives. We've done full videos on this. Have you ever fallen asleep on the beach, on the grass? So the Navi, that's who they were. She was sleeping on the grass, and you would see these pulses going into her, and the ripples would go into the grass, and then she woke up. So like almost like downloads were going into her, you know, and this is showing us the truth. This is stuff that we've been talking about. Maybe James Cameron watches our everyday James Cameron might be out there watching our everyday lives. So we're supposed to connect with animals and the earth, and the tech humans were slaughtering the Navi for control. So they said in the movie that so the planet was not habitable for humans. They said in the movie that humans, the earth was falling apart. It was not good anymore. So they wanted to take Pandora for the humans, and you know, obviously they can't breathe properly. Isn't it interesting? They say, oh, they can't breathe properly, so they were really destroying Pandora, and they were burning stuff, and all the smoke was going into the air. Why do they spray stuff in the atmosphere? Does anyone know why they spray stuff in the atmosphere? So they said they couldn't inhabit Pandora, so they would have to kill off the Navi, and they were basically destroying it on purpose. Isn't that weird? They were destroying Pandora on purpose. Does anyone have any input on this as well? Yeah, I'm going to teach you a story. Urban Meadow Angel and Urban Meadow Angel. I saw you before. Thank you so much for the support, Urban Meadow Angel. I actually looked like a Navi years ago when my pineal gland activated. Stay tuned for that story. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. I have a lot in store for this very powerful message today. Yeah, I looked like the Navi when I had a little problem years ago. I'll show you that story. So we're supposed to connect with the animals and the earth, and there was a very powerful purple pill, red pill. Some people call it the red pill, but we take it to the next step. Remember, there's levels and layers to the awakening journey. If you have graduated out of the sleeping, if you're looking at the world and you say, there is more, are you looking at the world? Are you saying to yourself, wow, there's more to this life than I was led to believe? There's so much out there. I didn't realize there was all this stuff out there. Then you're on the right track. You don't have to know everything, right? On our channel here, we take all people. That's why it's called Our Everyday Lives, regardless of the level of awakening that you're on. You could be on the first level, or you could be on the 20th level. It's like layers of the onion. You're peeling back layer after layer of what's going on. But this really is, I want everyone to focus. This is the most important part of the message today, and what you can take from that video. And please, again, as you're coming in, just keep clicking that like button. It's going to help so many people find this right now. The main, let's say, main idea, the main killing, the main destruction of life, the main red pill, the main purple pill that they gave you in this movie was what they were harvesting, like parasites. Yeah, just like parasites. And we're like the freight train coming in. I don't know if you could hear that. The freight train's coming in, and we're knocking everything out of the way right now. They were harvesting something, and this is something that I talked about on this channel for years. This is the goal. This is what they're harvesting out of you, and they show you this in the movie. There was these massive whale-like creatures, and they were known to be very spiritual, very intelligent. And they even said remember the humans are the bad people in this movie, and the Navis are the but there, there's a couple of good, right? The satanic cult, if you will, in this movie. There's a satanic cult that is killing everything, destroying the land, and harvesting something from these animals. And they said these whale-like creatures are more spiritual, more intelligent than they are. They actually said it in the movie. So they would hunt down these whales, right? They would hunt down these whales or whale-like creatures, and they would kill them. They would kill the whale, and then they would open the whale's mouth, and they would go inside the whale, right? And then they would take this machine, and they would drill up. So like they said, like the outer shell was, they had like this this armor, right? So if you look at nature, you see a lot of living things with an armor, right? That's why it's really important to have the full armor of God. Listen to the message today. Please listen to the message today. You have the armor. So what they needed to do was get inside. They wanted to get inside of the whale. So now they got inside the whale. They had this drill, and they drilled up. And they showed you on the screen this beautiful thing. It was a pineal gland in the brain. They said it's all in the brain of this whale. They said we need to extract this liquid. It looked like the land of milk and honey. So they drilled up, and then they took this syringe, this giant syringe. They stuck it up in the whale's brain, and they pulled it down, and they filled up this vial. And as it came out, it was glowing like honey. And they pulled the liquid out of the whale, and they held it up, and they said, this is the most valuable source on Pandora. The most valuable thing that they're trying to hijack right now is the pineal gland, is your sacred secretion, is your Christ. It's the Holy Spirit. They went inside the whale. Remember, they had to infiltrate inside. Think about you. Think about how do they get inside. They infiltrate inside, and then they harvest. There's a harvest that's happening right now. And they said this is the most spiritual place, this sacred secretion, right? They drilled into that whale. They pulled out the sacred secretion. You see it glowing. The honey looks like honey, right? Gold and golden. They pulled it out of the whale. They said this is the most valuable thing on Pandora. And this is more valuable. Remember, they were digging into the land. They were pulling out the unobtainium. If you saw the first video, remember they were trying to get the unobtainium. I don't know if it's as good as adamantium, but no, they could try to get the unobtainium. So this is a lesson. They're showing you, remember, this is predictive programming. This is red pilling or purple pilling us. They're showing us what's going on. They extracted liquid from the pineal gland of the whale, the most valuable substance on Pandora. They destroyed nature, right? All the gifts of nature. Remember, the land itself, all of the plants, they live off of this stuff that is in the world. They say, oh, this is a important substance. What are the things that they're destroying? They try to pull this stuff out of the earth, right? And they pull, listen, they pull, remember fossil fuels? Please put a like on the video. It helps others find this message. First of all of these things that they pull out of the earth is unnecessary. There was a man, Nikola Tesla, and he was able to extract infinite energy out of the atmosphere. So as we get into this conversation today, there is actually no need to extract anything. And we have this technology. Tesla gave it to us. However, they suppressed this because they didn't want people getting free energy. And please smash the like button for the truth here. So when we dig out fossil fuels is a made-up name so that it can make it seem like it's a very rare substance. But the oil is actually the second most abundant liquid on the earth to water. And it is actually the blood of the earth itself. So, we actually don't want to be think about that. We don't want to be extracting the blood of the earth out all the time. And all of these fake electric vehicles, they dig so much material out of the earth. You could share in the chat, what are all the materials? They falsely claim that these vehicles, they're so clean for the environment, but they don't tell you how much they have to dig and burn into the atmosphere in order to extract all the materials for those batteries and all these other things. All that we need is the Tesla technology, and write it in the chat right now. All we need is the Tesla technology, and we don't have to extract anything. So all of these things are not good. We should not be digging all of the natural resources out of the earth. And unobtainium actually was giving the life force, right, into the ground. Look at some of these things. It's feeding. It's like the nutrients for our earth, things that we can't even wrap our minds around. So, when they would get this unobtainium, it was usually in a place where there was a lot of life, a lot of plants, so many spiritual areas on Pandora. So they would come in. They were parasites, and they would destroy the land. They would extract, they take for themselves. They would kill the animals. Isn't that terrible? What are your thoughts on this, that they would kill the whales to extract the sacred secretion of the pineal gland? Isn't that strange? And the guy said, and some of the humans on the ship, they're like, why are you doing this for? Why are you doing this for? And they would say, you just take that little serum and you throw the whole whale away. They would kill this giant creature, beautiful creature, kill it, go inside, drill up into the skull, pull the sacred secretion from the whale creature, and then throw it out like it was a piece of trash. And I want you to reflect on this. I want every single person to leave a comment. Even if you're watching on the live stream, go back into this video today. What are your thoughts on this? I've been sharing this many times. The pineal gland. And what are they trying to do? They are trying to hijack the pineal gland. When they go inside and they hijack it, a lot of you are aware of the ways that they hijack the pineal gland. It's murder of the whales. Listen, I was sitting in the movie theater, and I felt so uneasy in my heart, and it really was bothering me. And James Cameron did a very good video, and it's really teaching us about the spiritual war that's happening right now. So they would extract the glowing honey, which they look like. Did you ever hear of the land of milk and honey? Did you ever hear about that? Anti-aging, they said. So think about that. They would go into a living creature. They would extract a liquid from the creature, and they said it was for anti-aging. one of the most valuable substances that they could get from Pandora. What are the liquids that they are extracting for anti-aging? All right, and you could write it in the chat. You could write it in the comments. If you're learning something new, if you're seeing in Avtar what's going on, please put a like on this video. It's going to help others find this message. So they're pulling out the liquid from the pineal gland. It was the it looks like the land of milk and honey, and they said these creatures, they're so spiritual, they're so intelligent, they're far beyond our intelligence, and they just went in there and they started slaughtering and killing, and the people, they were fighting back to save these whales, because the whales actually couldn't defend themselves. So James Cameron was kind of purple pilling us with this in the movie. And the movie really shows us all the different creatures and all the different abilities. Remember, we are different colors, classes, and creeds. We're the Rainbow Warriors in the movie. And it shows us a lot about our lives and when we go out. And that's why we have to, and it shows about tolerance for other people, respecting other people, even though they're different than you. So the blue people, they had to leave the forest because they were being hunted down by the satanic cabal. So they left the forest and they went to the water. And that's why in this movie, it was the way of the water. And they found a different tribe. Did you ever hear about the 144,000 and all the different tribes coming together? So they left the forest people. The forest people were blue, and they would go to the way of the water, the tribe by the ocean or the sea, whatever you want to call it in Pandora, and they were aqualine color, and they were different color. And then you could see the teenagers were like kind of making fun of each other, and you look like this, and you look like that, and then they would like kind of fight with each other until they became best friends. And they saw that they were making fun of the difference in the tails, for example. But one of these blue girls, the one that was getting the upgrades when she was laying in the grass, she had these abilities to control nature. It was very interesting. She took the hair, right? She took the hair down and she plugged it in. You could plug into nature, Light Wars. She took her hair, she plugged into nature, and she was able to do all of these things, control these things, have these abilities beyond what the others had. So it really shows us, they were making fun of her. They said, oh, she's just staring at the sand. She's just staring at, and the boys were making fun of her, and those were the aqua boys, and she was the blue, and and then all of a sudden they realized she had all of these beautiful powers. This is a lesson, and I hope you're taking something from this story. This is our hair is antennas. We have a very world famous video on the channel page about your hair, and how it's your antenna. You have the truth right in front of our face, and not literally sometimes, but sometimes it's teaching us grounding. Get out in nature, connect with the animals, connect with the plants. Maybe the animals aren't so scary, they just try to trick you. We have liberty and freedom. Thank you so much for the support. The Wolf writes, I love how they stress the importance of family and especially the father's role. They mentioned the importance of the father's role several times. Yes, thank you so much. Yeah, there was through the mainstream psychological attacks of the satanic cabal, they tried to get rid of the divine masculine. Now, in this world right now, it is the divine feminine that's rising up. And in the world, what we had was the toxic masculine, which was just, beat everything down, smash everything. That's what they showed you in the movie. Just kill everything, rip up the ground, burn everything, get more money, consume. But the divine masculine is the ones that protect, is the ones that defend. And that's why we defend our everyday lives on this channel. If you're here for the divine masculine, write it in the chat. If you're here for the divine feminine, write it in the chat. And what I have done on my journey, if you're new to this right now, what I have achieved is called hemisync. It's a scientific term when you achieve balance of both hemispheres of the brain. A full video of hemisync on the channel page, and that's what we need to do. As I am the DM, I embrace the divine feminine, and you need to have that balance. It's called hemisync, which is a scientific term. You could look on the channel page, hemisync, our everyday lives, and that's what you need, that union of the divine masculine and feminine. You can't have one way and you can't have the other. It's all about balance. But what the satanic cabal try to trick you is to get you on one side, only be on one side, but you're going to have to achieve this balance. You're going to have the spiritual and rational side, and that's why it's called trans-rational spirituality. This is personal development. This is self-empowerment. If you're here to become self-empowered, please write it in the chat right now. And smash that like button. And drink your water as we stay hydrated in these end days right now. Yeah, so it really, it shows us a lot. The pineal gland, it was funny, it was a sign to me on my journey. And this next section of the video is story time with Uncle Mike. Uncle Mike's going to teach us stories about his everyday life. And, you know, when you go through the awakening journey, when you go through these upgrades that happen, ascension symptoms, if you will, years ago, my pineal gland was awakening, it was activating. And I happened to, it's a story of ascension symptoms and making fun of me as well. You know, it's terrible. So, I wind up getting a cyst right here next to my pineal gland. And this was the same time, you know, I've shared about the ringing in the ears. Again, if you're new to all these things, go to the channel page, ringing in the ears, all these things are there. And the cyst activated and it got infected. And my whole face swelled up. It was such a swelling in my face. And over here, my nose expanded, and I told everyone I looked like the Avtar man, except I wasn't blue. No, it's a true story. And the point I'm trying to make about this, my whole face was swollen. I actually had to leave work. I said something wasn't right. I never really had to leave work. I had to go to the doctor and check it out. But even though my face was swollen, and I remember all my students saw me and they felt bad for me, I never missed a day of work. So whether I look like Avtar man, like my whole face was swollen. I didn't even look like myself. My nose was like this, looked like Avtar, and I still went to school and I showed my face to the children every single day. I didn't hide from it. This was part of my journey, and I hope that this helps you. I know a lot of people, maybe they're afraid of the physical looks, but especially when we go through these things heal and go away. Frank, thank you so much for the support, Frank. You are all more important than you think. Think about this. Your world doesn't exist without you. Love you guys. I love you, Frank. Thanks for sharing that motivational message of the day, Frank. And, and then long story short, I had to have it cut out. I had to have my whole head bandaged up. And years ago, when I used to work in the matrix schools, I never really took a day off. So I went to I went to work with my whole forehead. Well, people thought I was like, they were scared about it, but I still came out all right. Isn't that interesting? A highly effective. Please put a like on the video if you're learning something new. Can you imagine a world that we live in right now? A highly effective teacher that never took a day off from work, never called in sick. He was illegally and unlawfully fired from his job because he didn't inject a bioweapon inside of him. Isn't that interesting what happens in the world right now? Isn't that crazy? But this is what I do right now. So it all, God is looking out for us. God is rapturing us. Have you been raptured out of your matrix job? Have you been raptured out of one timeline and placed on another? No, this is true. This is all true story. I actually have the pictures. If I could find the pictures it is a blessing in disguise. If I find the pictures, if you're on our Patreon, I found some old pictures of those weird bugs that I found. I'm going to be going through some of my older pictures. I forget it. Sometimes I take these pictures and I totally forget about them. Like, I'm going to put them on Patreon, all these things that I happen to come across, But yeah, this is what it's all about right now. And, that was my cyst Avtar nose story that I had to share. But, I looked strange for a little bit of time, but the healing happens. Even right now, things are bubbling up to the surface. On my journey right now, I'm dealing with something else. And you might be dealing with something else. You have to remember this. We have been poisoned for years. Once again, we have been poisoned for years. This is not something new. If you're on the awakening journey, you know about heavy metals and fluoride and all these things that collect in the body. And we're purging and detoxing heavy metals and fluoride and whatever else is going on in the world right now. And it's all coming up right now. So, check out my cilantro video, the world famous cilantro video. Yeah. Get that cilantro going. Get those heavy metals out. Yeah. Think about it. It's all in front of our face right now. Even in this fake world, we actually live in a fake world, but the world that we live in right now, whales are very spiritual. Think about it. It's a mammal. It's the biggest mammal. Such a powerful being. And in this movie, Avtar, Way of the Water, the satanic cabal would go in there. They would kill the whale, go inside the whale's mouth, drill up into the pineal gland, pull out the honey-looking stuff, right? The chrism of the whale. And they said this liquid, this bodily liquid, is the most expensive liquid on Pandora. And Pandora was maybe they opened Pandora's box when they gave this red or purple pill to the masses. Bum, yeah. They opened Pandora's box. They taught us the truth in Avtar, The Way of the Water. So it's a very interesting movie. I give it, this is the recommendation. We are the movie critics today. I give it 4 stars. I give Avtar 4 stars. Tremendous video. I encourage you to watch Avtar. I encourage you to watch Avtar just as much as I encourage you to watch They Live. If you're on the channel page, I've done videos on that as well. Lion Teach. We are behind the scenes. Yeah, thank you so much, Lion Teach. Yeah, we're actually all behind the scenes right now. We're awake and aware, and we're the ones that are behind the scenes. We see what's going on. Oh, this is what's going on in the world right now. I see it all. What's going on? And we actually are the ones that are behind the scenes, right? Aren't you, you have an inside track if you are behind the scenes. You know what's really going on when you go behind the scenes. And that's what's really, we are the undercover agents of light, absolutely. These are the behind the scenes footage, yeah. We have more behind the scenes footage on Patreon if it calls you to join Patreon. And I will keep, that is, as I continue to find things, I will make it my effort to constantly upload all of these things. I find shift all the time, Light Warriors. I say, what the heck am I? God sends me these things, just like he sent me that very interesting creature years ago. It's there are things that are popping up in this realm, in this world, that aren't from here. Just like how you're not from here, I'm not from here. We are the souls that are just activating and operating these avatars. They are showing you the truth in these movies right now. They're showing you this in Avtar, Way of the Water. And they showed you how there's hybrids and how there's demonic things that were downloading consciousness with a USB drive. And they said, oh, this is you, Colonel, this is you. Your consciousness is in the avatar right now. What's happening in the world right now? Isn't that scary? that these, remember these demonic things from the past? They could download, they could just take the consciousness. The colonel, died, and they put him into one of the Avtar things. And it was like a Trojan horse. Oh, I can walk amongst the Navi. Isn't this interesting? Put a like on the video if you're learning the truth right now. The colonel was able to walk amongst the Navi undetected. What are the humans? What are the demonic things that are walking amongst the people? Just like the colonel did in the Navi. Angie Tillman, thank you so much for the support. I love you, Angie. Angie writes, lost prophecy of the blue people. I'm researching this. I have a concussion right now, like my pineal and brain is under attack as I post the truth. I hope that you feel better, Angie. A lot of people have shared they're getting migraines, they're getting a lot of pain. You know, I had a lot of migraines and pain the other day, but I was also under a lot of stress too, so. A lot of us are under stress. There's a reason why you're constantly under stress all the time. If you feel like you're constantly under stress all the time, you have to take self-care. Be like that girl in Avatar. Lay out in nature. You'll get the downloads. The grass starts pulsing. She's getting the downloads. It's coming down, right? It's the electric universe. Check out Nikola Tesla. Said it's the electric universe. Electromagnetic waves are coming through us. We have the scientific evidence on this channel. It's called the Schumann resonance. The link, Mary, the link to Patreon is in the description. If you would like to join Patreon, in the description of the video. It's on our channel page as well with all of our links. Patreon is there as well. Every single video that we've had is there on Patreon. Even the ones from a year ago. So you could consume everything that's there over the past year plus of Patreon. Amy, it's sick people out there. There's sick people, and the thing is, consciousness is rising. The warriors are rising. There was this demonic person, and I shared it on our Telegram group, and people were trying to interview this creature and ask him why his thing that he put out wasn't really effective for anything. And basically people wasted their money on something that doesn't even work. And he just smirked and laughed like a demonic creature and just kept walking. Isn't that crazy what's going on in the world right now? Annette Klein. Thank you so much, Annette. Annette writes, I just listened to the Hopi prophecy this morning, and it's crazy how it's all playing out right in front of our eyes. Absolutely, Annette. Hopi prophecy is right now. I've done full videos on it. You could type in Hopi prophecy, our everyday lives. Anything that I've done, if you type in Hopi prophecy, our everyday lives, it comes up. The spiritual meaning of hair, our everyday lives, it comes right up. I'll share the previous videos as well if you're on our Telegram. Please subscribe to this channel. When you subscribe to the channel and click the bell and select all, I also post community posts, and you will get the community post in your stream. If you don't subscribe to the channel, click the bell and select all, you might not see the community post as well. We have polls in the community tab. We're a community. We all serve together. We're all sharing together. So those polls might help you as well. I appreciate that. Yeah. I have some interviews on the channel page as well. You could check them all out. Yeah, Karen, sometimes our hair starts growing. Myself, it's happened. Even Ireland's hair has grown in the past year. Everything's coming back online right now. And in Avatar, it shows us the hair's connection. Think about your hair. You ever see like static electricity and people's hair starts sticking up? Your hair is almost like the antenna. And please share in the chat, is your hair growing faster than ever right now? And maybe we'll even throw that up on a poll and write it in the comments. Maybe we'll put it up on a poll. Your hair is growing faster than ever, thicker than ever, richer than ever. People's teeth, they say, are starting to grow back as well right now, but you have to take care of yourself. Take care of yourself physically, mentally, spiritually. Lay in the grass like the girl in Avatar. It's going to be helpful for you. It's going to activate you. Living Michael, thank you so much for the support. Ritualistic sodomy is how they take control of humans like avatars. Excellent comment, Living Michael. Thank you so much for the support. The spiritual meaning of Avatar, they're taking away your spiritual powers. They killed the whale. They infiltrated the pineal gland, and they took that life force energy out of the whale, and they threw the whale away like it was a piece of trash. Watch the movie Avatar, and you will see what's going on. What's happening to our people. How are our people being used like a human battery in the now moment? Once again, how are our people being used like a human battery in the now moment across the world? It's a crazy world out there. But you have the Holy Spirit inside of you. Avatar teaches us about the Holy Spirit, and the Holy Spirit fire is burning inside of you, and absolutely nothing can stop it. And you will have to focus on the Holy Spirit during this time. It's that energy that operates you. You could feel the Holy Spirit activate. You could even see it activate on me throughout a live stream or when I film out in nature. You could see the Holy Spirit just rise up. And what we need is for each person of the Holy Spirit to rise up right now. They could hijack the pineal gland, but they could never hijack the sacred heart. There's a lot of craziness in the world right now, but don't worry what's going on out there. You know why. We cannot control what is around us. However, we can control from within. Be conscious of the Holy Spirit that's inside of you and the spiritual war that's happening now, depicted in Avatar. Wake up, son. Use this to raise your vibration and increase your electromagnetism. Life is so much better when we are all together. If you find this message inspiring or know someone that could benefit from it, please share this message. Dear ones, I am Michael. Find us in the 5th dimension, which is probably like Pandora on Avatar movie. Have a wonderful day. Living your everyday life. They show that on the movie too. They couldn't get enough of the prana down. Get it in, baby. Yeah, breathe in that prana, baby. Get that Holy Spirit activated. Do it right now. That's what we all have to focus on right now. Keep breathing it in right now. Keep breathing it in. Breathe in the prana. It's the chi energy. And the Holy Spirit fire is burning inside of each and every one of you. Never stop. Never give in. Just keep going. And that's what these people did. They were common people. They lived off the land. And they were able to take down the satanic cabal in Avatar. And that's what's going to happen here as well. And what happened in Pandora, what happened in the movie Avatar, is showing us the spiritual war that's happening right now. Flood this video with comments. We will get this message out there. I am the defender of our everyday lives. Victory of the light. I hope you like this one. Yeah. I love you all. We got the love palm tree now. We got the love palm tree. That's what we got now. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep sharing. Never stop. Just keep going. Love you all. Bye for now.